Okay, good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of IIRF, I welcome you all to this session. We talk by Naira, Mkrtchyan on a very interesting topic of her book that has been released recently. Uh, but before I do that, I will request IIRF to give a few words welcoming our guest speaker today. Over to Brigadier Sandeep, sir.
Thank you, Raj. Naira, it's great seeing you online, and we'll be very happy to welcome you. And thanks very much for accepting our invitation to give a talk on your book. It will open number of questions, I am sure, and I am sure you will be able to satisfy them with the answers. It will be great beginning for your association with the Indus International Research Foundation, and we look forward to your contribution in these lines in on these aspects in the future too. Without much ado, I would hand over to you to start your talks.
Before I invite Dr. Naira to give her talk, it will be appropriate that I talk a little bit about Armenia for the benefit of our Indian audience. I know there are many people from Armenia have also joined, but our Indian, they need to know a little more about Armenia. Though with Armenia, India has got a very deep and very ancient relation, but it is very strange that many Indians do not know about it, and therefore it is appropriate that it should be spoken and talked about. Well, ladies and gentlemen, India and Armenia are among the most ancient culture and civilization of the world. Many Indians hardly know that Armenians have been visiting India very frequently, not recently, but since last 500 BC. This is mentioned in the writing of the ancient Greek writer Xenophon, who lived during 430 and 355 BC, which means if he has mentioned, which means that this interaction between India and Armenia was taking place much before that. When Cyrus, the king of Persia in the 5th century BC, came to know that Armenian merchants often visited India and were well-versed, well-acquainted with the route to India, it is he who had asked them to take his ambassador to India to develop trade relations. It is also interesting to note that in the Armenian ancient literature, it is mentioned that Armenians worshipped the Trinity of God, Haldi, Shiva, and Shivani. In 147 BC, two Hindu princes went to Armenia from India, where they were warmly welcomed by King Vasase. He gave them land over which two magnificent temples and Indian colonies were built. These Indian colonies lasted in Armenia for roughly 500 years. In 301 AD, Armenia had to fight a major battle with Christian armies, in which Christian army defeated Armenia, and that is how it became the first sovereign state to accept Christianity as its state religion. Now, I will just give you a brief geographical location of Armenia, where it is located. If you see map of Asia and Europe, and you will find India, China, Mongolia, and here is Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Turkey, and the red patch that you are seeing, tiny red patch, that is Armenia. If you have to get to Armenia by the land route, then you have to cross Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, and only then you can reach Armenia. Armenia, if you another map, if you see, Armenia is flanked by Azerbaijan, a Muslim country in the east, Iran in the south, and Turkey, another Muslim country, in the west. And on top, Georgia, which is a Christian country, and that is Russia. So this is the geographical location of Armenia. It is quite far away from India, and it's a very, very tiny nation. If you see the area is 29,743, and its population is just barely 3 million people. Now, to give an idea about the area, if you see our the smallest state in India, Kerala. Kerala land is 38,863 square kilometers, and Armenia land area is 29. So it is little smaller than even Kerala. But when it comes to population, you see Kerala population is 34.52 million people, whereas Armenian population is just 3 million. And for your information, India's total population is 1,400 million. So you can understand how small is this country. Coming back to more about Armenia, I mentioned that Armenia is the first country to accept Christianity as its state religion. And this is also the time when the Silk Road between China and Europe had opened up, connecting east to west. The unique geographical location of Armenia gave it its importance as the gateway to Europe. In the map, you must have seen that to reach Europe, you have to cross from land route, you have to cross Armenia. Otherwise, other route is through Turkey, but then you will have to cross the Strait of Bosphorus by sea, crossing the channel. However, due to some tragical events, to inform, Armenia had a very troubled history, very tortuous history. The Armenian people are one of the most prosecuted people in the world. They successively, from many quarters, they have been ruled over, and many types of atrocities have been inflicted on this tiny country. But they are a very resilient people, and you see due to these tragic events, Armenia was divided between Ottoman and the Persian empires. During this period, many Armenians left their country. They have to leave their country due to Muslim persecution. And this is the time when they established permanent colonies in India from early 16th century onwards. Ancient Armenians were basically very successful merchants and carved out their place in the Mughal courts in India. Some prominent Armenian figures in Indian history are Akbar's Christian queen, Maryan Zamani Begum, and Chief Justice Abdul Hai, Lady Juliana, daughter of the royal harem, and Domingo Paez, Portuguese interpreter. Akbar's adopted son, it is said, Mirza Zul Kameh, who was a gifted poet, was originally an Armenian. He was an adopted son. Now, Armenians also commanded some Mughal armies. These armies commanders are known in history as Gorjin Khan, Jacob Petrus, Moses, and Moses Manu. In the art and culture field, famous Indian singers like Gohar Jan and Malika Jan are well known to Indian music lovers. And some famous Armenian poets and spiritual teachers are Samad and Kutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki. In 18th and 19th centuries, Armenian colony of Madras was very famous for its intellectual work. I find it amusing to know that here the first Armenian constitution was written, and the first Armenian magazine, Azdarar, the Herald, was published in 1794 in Madras. Armenian colony in Calcutta was vibrant during 19th and 20th centuries, and Armenian Women Benevolent Association, Sports Club, Armenian Club, etc. were very active. This community supported the Indian War in 1962, 65, and 71. Now only 600 to 800 Armenians are left in India. They have integrated in Indian society. They don't interfere with political or religious issues. They are law-abiding citizens, and they try to maintain the language and culture in India as their second homeland. So this is about Armenia. I'm sure you must have found it interesting. And now, before I request Dr. Naira to start her talk, let me talk a little about her. Now, Naira Mkrtchyan is a scholar, diplomat, writer, university teacher from Armenia. She is the author of book In the Mysterious World of Dreams. This is the result of her research for more than 25 years. She picked up her MPhil degree in international relations from the School of International Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, and from Institute of Oriental Studies, Moscow, Russia. She had spent 11 years in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Armenia on diplomatic work in Asia, Pacific, and African departments, and also worked in the Armenian embassy in Moscow, Russia, and Turkmenistan. She is an author and anchor of series of TV programs, Armenians in the World in ALM TV channels, Unknown Pages of History, and member of author group in the weekly information analytical TV program, The Globe. She is a political analyst for the Air Media Information Analytical Agency, senior expert on Asia and PR and Information Department, Armenian President's Administration, translator, Armenian, Russian, English lectures in history of Armenia, philosophy, and biotechs. Students of medical department in the Armenian Russian International University, Yerevan. She has been awarded in March 2003 as the Bhumi Putra Biju Patnaik International Women's Empowerment Award 2023 for exclusive contribution in the fields of education, arts, culture, and Indo-Armenian relation. She has made a documentary film about India and China, authored 2 books, and co-authored 6 books about Kazakhstan, Armenia, and Russia, including the book titled Armenia and the Silk Road. Today, she will be talking about her recently published book on dreams, symbols, and analysis. So over to Dr. Naira. We are looking forward to your talk.
Thank you, Mr. Raj. Thank you for your such a vast introduction about me and about Armenia. But about Armenia, it was very important because here when somebody is asking me, where are you from? I say Armenia, they say, Romania. I say, no, Romania is different. This is Armenia. I will start about dreams because so many people are impatiently waiting for that. And this is such a topic that I think majority of people are interested in, even those who say, I don't believe the dreams are just like pastime during our sleep. So, but this is a really mysterious world. And it is interesting to know about dreams. How are they? How we see this dream, where they come from. And it is like a very interesting topic, which I'm interested in for so many, more than 25 years. And so let's start. So can you see the slide?
Yes.
Yes. So I think many people heard about Sigmund Freud, Austrian psychotherapist and founder of psychoanalysis. So he wrote about a book about dreams interpretation. It is one of the many other books written about dreams from other authors. So he says, dreams are the royal path to the unconscious, or a dream is the life of the mind during sleep. And the stranger the dream is, the deeper meaning it has. So in the ancient world, people were close to nature, trying to understand the inner world, to communicate with either universe or God or the supreme power. This is all the same. People have drawn their attention on dreams and interpreted them since the 5th millennium BC, which indicates the clay tile coming from Mesopotamia. The Vedas also speak about dreams where favorable and unfavorable dreams are mentioned. The dreams seen in different parts of the night are interpreted differently, taking into account the character of the dreamer. In addition, Indian philosophers supposed that there were 4 situations of the soul: awake condition, sleeping with dreams, sleeping without dreams, and mystical merger. Australian natives perceive the period of dreams as sacred and significant situation when the soul goes to heavenly kingdoms. They have such a saying that those who have lost their ability to dream are lost people. The authors of sacred Upanishads more than 3,000 years ago described the dreams as higher state of consciousness than wakeful situation is. As we know, we spend 30% of our lives sleeping. Everyone knows that when sleeping, the brain is resting and the body is filled with vital energy. In the mid-60s, scientists have come up with a sensational conclusion. The main function of sleep is dreams. And they have done research on the volunteers. So the volunteers were not allowed to see dreams. But when a person sees dream, that is called REM period, that is rapid eye movement. So when you look at the person who is sleeping, when you see that his eyes are moving under eyelids, that means he is dreaming. So these volunteers, for 4 days, they were not allowed to see dreams. When the REM period came, they were waken up. So after 4 days, these people were like feeling very bad. They had hallucinations. The furniture was talking to them. They could see some house items were flying in the air. But when they were allowed to see dreams, the next day when they had a full sleep, so the next day, they were feeling very well. So according to this, the scientists came to conclusion that dreams are very important for a person, even and it doesn't matter this person remembers it or not. So this REM period, rapid eye movement period, accounts for 20-25% of our sleep. And during the night, we see from 4 till 7 dreams, each lasting on the average of 5 to 20 minutes. In the Jewish holy book, which is called Talmud, it is written, if heaven wants to punish a person, then they do not send him dreams for a long time. This is a sign they do not want to talk to him, neither good nor bad. According to German philosopher and social psychologist Erich Fromm, understanding the meaning of dreams is one of the most important areas of art that requires well-established skills and patience. A dream is not only an expression of the inner world of a person, but a set of coded hints and instructions, as well as descriptions of past, future, and present events. Then another opinion about dreams. The ability to interpret dreams is a valuable gift because sometimes it is in a dream that consciousness gives us the deepest and most important clues. So, unlike the Europeans, the Chinese perceived dreams not as parts of subconscious, but an existing world independent of our world. Our world was viewed only in a number of numerous worlds, and dreams were perceived as a corridor leading to these worlds. In ancient China, among artists, there was a tradition of creating paintings based on dreams. Now I will tell you about one famous fact. This is about Chinese philosopher Chuanzu, who lived in 4th century BC. He saw a dream that he is a butterfly. And in that dream, butterfly sees a dream that he is this philosopher, Chuanzi. So when he woke up, he was in a confusion. Who am I? I'm a butterfly or I'm a person? I'm a man. And thinking about this, he came to a conclusion that our life can be just a reflection of another reality, which is inaccessible to our consciousness. He wrote a treatise which is called Equality of Things, where he says, when we are asleep, our soul is communicating. In the world of constant changes, dreams become like reality, and the reality passes fast as a dream. And so in many ancient texts, also in Indian texts, we can find such dreams like this butterfly and like that we are going to another reality. And this is also another world, very real than ours. So there is in one Indian story, in Indian ancient books, about King Lavana. So once a magician came to him, but the king didn't respect him. So this magician looked into his eyes, and he immediately went to another world where he was a poor man, low-caste man. He had a big family, and they were starving. They didn't have anything to eat. And in the end, to feed his family, he decided to give his own flesh. And when he was going behind the hill to commit suicide, he turned back and told his wife, don't forget to put salt on the meat. And with this, he woke up. So in that reality where he was a poor man, he spent 70 years. But in this life, on the throne, he spent only a few minutes of sleep. And again, he woke up and he was astonished which was the reality. So the traditions of all peoples of the world say that worshipping gods of dreams can be a protection for you and your house from various misfortunes, illnesses, and sorcery. So there are deities of dreams in all cultures, dreams and sleep. In Armenia, he is called Tir. In Greece, he is called Morpheus. In India, that is Svapna Devi or Svapneshwari. In Tibet, it is Gyuma Chenmo. And for Slavonian people, this is Driumna. So why we see dreams? Are they so important? And why you don't remember dreams? Is it important to be conscious in dreams? What is good, to see color dream or a black and white dream? So these are the questions that people all the time ask. So why we don't remember dreams? The thing is that now our life is so fast that we wake up from a light, we wake up from noise, or we wake up and immediately we switch on to this life that I have to this, I have to that, I have to go there, I have to so many things. Or there are people who just don't want to accept these dreams, that I don't want to go there. I don't want to interfere in such an area. Or some people have this materialistic mind that they don't accept this part of our life. So why it is important to be conscious in our dreams? What does it mean to be conscious? For example, we see in the dream something, then when we wake up, we are just saying, why I could run, why I couldn't run there, I had to think that I have to do this one in the dream. So this means that we have to be conscious. And how to get this knowledge, how to do that? There is an American writer, his name is Carlos Castaneda, whose books are very, very famous. And I would suggest you to read. So he was a student of Latin American shaman. So he told him how to become conscious in a dream. He said, the first exercise is that in a dream, you try to remember to look at your hands. So do this first exercise. Let's see who can do that. So there are different types of dreams. That is ordinary dreams, dreams concerning diseases, reverse dreams, refrain dreams, parallel dreams, horror dreams, warning dreams, prophetic dreams and discovery dreams, dreams about past life. So during many centuries, the scientists and scholars have categorized dreams. So according to all of that, we have made this categorization of dreams. So what is ordinary dream? That is when there is a dream according to our according what we saw today. For example, under the influence of today, what is happening with us, we can see the dreams. That dream. The other one, dreams about illnesses. These are also very important dreams because in the dream we can get some symbols that these symbols are saying that it is going to happen, some illness is going to happen with you. And by the way, I would say that dreams are talking to us through symbols and also through colors. For example, if we see, for example, let's take an apple. Green apple means one thing, red apple means another thing, rotten apple one meaning, and ripe apple another. So these are the things. So symbols are very important in our dreams. And so about illnesses. So for my culture, I don't know what about Indian culture, but for our culture, the main symbol of dream, of illness in dream is raw meat. If a person sees raw meat, that means illness is coming to him. But when he sees that this meat is cooked, that means that his illness is going. Of course, these are dreams about illness. It is a huge topic, but I will just introduce all other dream types, what we have. The other one is parallel dreams. Parallel dream is what? When two very close people can see the same dream. For example, couples, husband and wife, who are very close to each other, they can see parallel dreams. That means the same dream they can see. Or twins can see parallel dreams, or very close friends also. Another other thing, refrain dreams. What is refrain dreams? This is when the dream repeats all the time, like once a week, once a month, you see the same dream. What does it mean? That means that you have a problem and you don't resolve this problem. And all the time, once a month, these higher forces again come to you and say that you have to resolve this, you resolve this problem. So this is called refrain dreams, when you all the time see the same thing. That's why, please, if you have repeating dreams, then you have to sit and think what I'm doing wrong in my life or what I'm not doing. That's why all the time these refrain dreams are coming. Then horror dreams. Horror dreams, of course, many people, I think all we have horror dreams sometimes, at least once in our life we have seen horror dreams. That means when somebody is chasing us, somebody is following us, or somebody just wants to strangulate us. Yes. And what to do? There are some techniques. For example, if somebody is following you, what to do? Some technique is saying that you just stop and look back. Who is chasing you? And sometimes it's very interesting. People see themselves. What does it mean that you are running after you? What does it mean? That means that your soul wants something, but you are not doing that, what your soul requires. For example, one person one person wants what? For example, this girl wants to sing, and she wants to go to the singing college, huh? But the parents are saying that singing is not a profession, you can't earn money from this, you are not such a good singer to be famous, so you go do business management, you will get more money, huh? Okay, she goes to this business management, but the soul requires this singing, and it is suffering. The soul is suffering, not doing that what the soul needs. That's why these dreams can be there. And then the dreams about strangulating, that when like you are lying and you can't see, because this is transparent, something that comes and just like dropping on you, and you even can't make a sound, you even can't move even your finger. And what is this? What to do? In this case, it is advised that you start praying. Even you, when you that time, even you don't remember any prayer, then you have to say, please God, protect me, please free me from this. And really, it's very interesting that this evil spirit is going from you. And so many times it is tested. Or many people tell their dreams to me. And so I have a lot of facts about that. The prayer always helps. But only, again, you have to be cautious to remember that you have to pray now. Then this evil spirit will go from you. The other dream is warning dream. Warning dreams, like such a dream that they come and warn about something. Like it can be a voice, or it can some person will come whom you respect, or Christians say that Christ came and told me something, or Virgin Mary. Indians can say that Shiva came, told me something. So this is according to that, but these are higher forces that come and warn you what you have to do, or what will happen. For example, in 2020, there was a war between Armenia and Azerbaijan for Karabakh region, that Armenian historical land, and many people saw this dreams that enemy is coming, they are coming. So I would tell you that there are literary dreams and there are symbolic dreams also, as I told you already about symbols, but there are literary dreams also, like people will see that tanks are coming, enemy forces are coming, and the same happens. But there are also symbolic dreams of war. For example, war symbol is when you look in the sky, it is in the dream, and you see that the moon becomes red, very red. This is one thing. The other one is that this night birds who very big, they are coming and covering your land. This is also symbol of death. So so many things, warning dreams are there, and many people see warning dreams. For example, during 9/11, one Russian writer has written his dream about what he saw just a few hours before 9/11, when the terrorist crashed into the that trade buildings. Yes. So he saw that he's in a plane, and the plane is very dark, and he sees a black python, very huge python, who is going to the cockpit. and the pilots can't do anything, and this python is going, and that it is wrapping the pilots. And this Russian writer, suddenly he says that I had in my hands a big ancient metallic sword, but when I entered and tried to kill this python, but already the plane went and crashed into the skyscraper. So there are a lot of this type of dreams in the internet, you can see, and also historical events. Dreams of army commanders, dreams of kings, that they were warned about the war, or vice versa, that you must go and you fight and you will win. For example, about Alexander the Great, there are many dreams that the history has preserved his dreams, because he understood his dreams very well. He believed in dreams, and sometimes he was lining up his army and telling them his dreams, that, I saw that we are going to this town or to this city, and we won. In my dream, it was like that, so we have to win. We will win. So like this, he was encouraging his army. By the way, one dream I remembered about Alexander the Great, after one battle, during one battle, his very close friend was wounded by poisonous arrow, and he was dying. So Alexander the Great, he was thinking what to do, how to save my friend. By the way, I will talk later about this, that when you are thinking too much about one thing, in the dream comes the solution. So he saw a dream that a dragon came to him, and in his teeth he had one plant, and the dragon told him that you find this plant and your friend will be cured. And he immediately woke up, again lined up his army, and told his dream. He chose 200 very smart and very fast soldiers. He described them the plant and sent them to different directions. So they must go find this plant and bring. So really, these soldiers went, they found the plant, they brought it, and the Alexander's friend, not only he was cured, but also other soldiers who were wounded by this poisonous arrow. So other things, invention dreams. So what are invention dreams? That person sees in the dream the conclusion about what he was thinking many days or many months. The history knows so many invention dreams from science, from technology, from the arts, from composers, or from writers. And so I will tell you some dreams from inventions. Let's see. I will share my screen to you again. So, oracular dreams. So gods send people prophetic dreams, and they are not to blame that often people misinterpret them. So this is just a saying. Now, going to dreams inventions. I have chosen such things that you definitely know these people. For example, Dutch physicist Niels Bohr, who was thinking about what is the structure of the atom. And he saw our planetary system, which in his dream became smaller and smaller and smaller. And he understood that atom structure has the planetary model. Russian scientist Dmitry Mendeleev, this is the most famous dream. I think all know that he saw periodic table of chemical elements in his dream. René Descartes, the basics of analytical geometry in a dream he saw. Inventor Ryan Reynolds saw the idea of a ballpoint pen. Isaac Newton solved mathematical problems in his dreams. German scientists Carl Gauss discovered the law of mathematical induction. Austrian naturalist Gregor Mendel saw in his dream the laws of heredity. So it is not that just any kind of person can see in his dream inventions. This is hard work of the person who is thinking about this many hours, many days. And when he sleeps, the brain is not attracted to other things. It can concentrate, and the solution comes in the dream. There is very interesting story about American mechanic and entrepreneur Elias Howe, who created the sewing machine, but he couldn't understand how to make the needle of this sewing machine, because the ordinary needle didn't sew the cloth. What to do? So he was thinking where to put this hole of this needle. He put it in the middle of the needle. It didn't work. So he saw a dream that he is on one island, that there are tribal people, and the king called him and gave the same assignment, that you must make the needle, and you are given 24 hours. If you don't do that, don't resolve this problem, then you will be killed. You will go, your head will be cut. So he is thinking, 24 hours are gone. He couldn't make the solution, find the solution. So the soldiers came after him and took him to the square where he was supposed to be beheaded. And suddenly he paid attention to the spears of these soldiers, these warriors. And he saw that there is a hole on the tip of these spears. And immediately the solution came, that the hole of the needle should be there. And he immediately woke up and the invention was made. Then English microbiologist Alexander Fleming, in his dream, he invented penicillin. Canadian Dr. Frederick Banting, the formula for the chemical composition of insulin. Austrian pharmacologist and physiologist Otto Levy saw the mechanism of regulation of heart contractions, for which years later he received the Nobel Prize. The famous scientist Condillac said that while he was working on his textbook, it often happened that when he woke up, he had the whole already finished chapter in his head. Another example, Soviet aircraft designer Oleg Antonov said that in a dream he saw the shape of the tail of the giant aircraft Ante, which he constructed later. So, I will stop sharing. What else? I have a lot of things to tell you, but I think it's better now to maybe you ask me questions and I will answer questions. I think that will be better. Yes, Mr. Raj.
I request the audience, if they have some query and some questions about Dr. Naira's topic, they can come forward. They can raise hands, or they can come on the camera and speak. We have chat box also opened. Your question can come in the chat box as well. So, yeah, Miss Group Captain Asutosh. Yeah.
Yes,
He
thank
has a
you,
question.
Mkrtchyan. And ma'am, thank you for the excellent talk. It was very, very interesting, and a lot of things which we experienced now get explained here. I had just one query. Very often in my childhood, and maybe even after grown up, sometimes I used to see that I'm going somewhere and I slipped and fell. And this used to happen in the beginning of the sleep. Now, how does one interpret this kind of dream?
Mm.
Have you understood, or should I repeat?
Yes, yes, I understood. Thank you. This is a very common dream that many people have it, that they fall down from a very high place, right? That
That's
is
correct. That's
yes,
correct.
yes. This has a few meanings. One is that the person is losing energy. This is one. The second is that the person, the blood pressure goes down. Okay, that low blood. He has low blood pressure during the sleep. The other one is that the person becomes more materialistic. So I will tell in this regard, I will tell one example. My friend once called me, her daughter is 10 years old, and she said, I saw a dream that my daughter from 10th floor just jumped down and collapsed. What does it mean? Maybe I have to be more attentive maybe she will fall down from high place. I said, no, you should better be attentive to her attitude to life. I said, is she demanding from you many toys and many clothes and everything? She says, yes. I said, this is the meaning, that she has become more materialistic and she wants many things, many materialistic things. So I said, you have to pay attention to her and explain that happiness is not in all color of t-shirts or so many toys. So this is the meaning. Next, please.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
So if no question, many people are asking about dead people because all we see dead people, right? Like our relatives or friends who died, they come in our dreams. So many people are asking, what does it mean? This has different meanings. Let me start from the thing when you see a person who is alive in your dream, he died. For example, somebody is asking me, I saw my mother died in my dream. My mother was dead. What does it mean? She will die soon. So I say, no. That means that your mother's influence on you has finished. That she's not influencing already your decisions, your steps in your life. This is one thing. This is one meaning, that your mother's influence has gone from you. The next is that this person's good character has vanished. This person was kind, but now he is not kind. So this is the thing, that you see that this person died. That means the good person inside him died. This is one about alive people. Now, when we see dead people, when just now some relative or some close friend died. By the way, there is another topic of symbols of death in dreams. I will tell you some few symbols of death in a dream. The main symbol is when you see your tooth fall down. That means somebody will die. If you feel pain, or if there is blood in the dream, then this is a person, a relative whose death will cause you so much sorrow and sadness. But if your foot fall down, but you don't feel any pain, that means, okay, you will just listen that many people died. For example, I will tell you here just my dream, my own dream. In 1988, there was a huge, terrible earthquake in Armenia. And that same morning, when after a few hours the earthquake would have happened, would happen, I saw that all my teeth fell down. So they are my mouth is full of teeth, and I was in such an anxiety. What is happening? What is happening? Why is this? I'm trying to put back the teeth in their places, but I don't succeed. So, and after a few hours, we came to know that a huge earthquake happened in Armenia, in another city where now dead people in the dream. If a person died recently, that means this person is missing you. Still, this person is there, his soul is there near your house, in your house. In this case, you have to put flowers, agarbati, light a candle near this person's photograph, or go to the cemetery. So after some time, this person will not come in your dream. But if there is a dream that some time ago this person came, died, and it is coming, that means this person has come to tell you something. That's why if you are conscious, again we are coming to consciousness in the dream. When you are conscious in dream, you have to ask what you have come to tell me, what you have come to warn me. So many things, but we have questions. How, Mr. Raj?
Yeah, there are some questions, Dr. Naira. There are two questions in the chat box and one raised hand. So you can answer the raised hand first, then we'll go back to the chat box questions.
Okay.
Manush Sibo.
Manush, yes.
Yeah. Can you come on screen and ask your question, please?
Yes, Miss Manush, we are waiting for your
Hello.
question.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening to all. And first, I want to thank Sir for this wonderful program. But although it's very short, my request is if we can do more program like this, like maybe once in a month, or because as Naira ji, she has talking about many types of dreams. All the types in 1 hour, I feel like it's very difficult to expand and explain. So like many of us, yeah, we have so many questions. Even after this program, we will remember, oh, why I would like to ask there and that. So my request is, can we increase this type of programs? That will be it will be easy for us to join more and ask questions, please. This is my request. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Dr. Naira, anything?
So let's discuss it, Mr. Raj. Yes, we will discuss.
This is a very good suggestion, Manush ma'am. We will definitely consider. I mean, it is a good idea that people who have some dream or some questions, they can put it in writing, and somehow we can send it to Dr. Naira, and she will analyze and interpret and reply back to you through a program or otherwise. We will definitely like to have more such programs organized, subject to availability of Dr. Naira. And of course, this is a good. Thank you for this good suggestion. We will consider it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, you are from where, Manush?
I'm मैं अभी इंडिया में हूँ. Basically, I'm Armenian. मैं यहाँ इंडिया में हूँ 1987 से. हाँ जी.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. So we will work it out.
Thank you.
Does time of dream had any meaning? Of course, time of dream has meaning. it is said that usually the good dream, the solution of the dream comes in the morning when you wake up. Like before you wake up, when you see a dream, that means it is very important dream. By the way, I wanted to tell you that when you have, for example, you have a problem and you don't know what to do. For example, shall I go to this university, or or shall I work? So you must think about this question and fall asleep with this question in mind. And in the morning, the solution will come. And even we have a saying that morning will come and the good things will come with it. That means everything. So the time, usually all cultures are saying that this dream time, that means before waking up, these dreams are most important. Dreaming of thief and catching them. Of course, if a thief is coming to, like, the thief is entering your house, this again has different meanings. Thief coming to your house. One meaning is that some bad ideas, some bad thoughts are coming into your mind. This is one thing. The other thing is that some bad people are coming to steal your ideas. This is the next meaning. So if you catch thieves in your dream, that is a good dream. That means that you can catch other people who are stealing your ideas. That is one. And the other one is that you had bad thoughts. For example, you wanted to do some bad thing, but you understood it. And you don't do that again. That means you gave up that idea to do that bad thing. So that means you caught the thief. So this is also good dream, that when you catch the thief. Yes. Then what else? Any other?
Okay. Yeah.
Then
nice. Yeah.
So I can continue because there are so many topics. So very common dreams are when we fly, right? Or when we give exam in the dream, or when we fail the exam. For example, these dreams are very important. Giving exam. Even when you are adult person, that you are not in a university or in a school, but when you see in the dream that you are giving exam and you pass exam, that means there was some problem in your life and you resolved it correctly. But if you see in your dream that you failed, that means you couldn't resolve the problem. That's why. So dreams that are very important, this taking exam. The other one is when you see train. Train is also very, very important in our dreams, because train means our life, the route that we have taken in our life. For example, when you see that train is moving and you cannot catch the train and it leaves, that means you have lost some chance, some opportunity in your life. But if you run and just can catch the train, the last wagon, that means you could catch your opportunity. You could get it. For example, I will tell one dream from my, again, one of friends. By the way, so many friends, every day they call me or writing, what does it mean? So I have a lot of examples. So she saw in a dream that she sat in the train and she moved. Then after some time, she understood that this is the wrong train that he said. So the higher forces allowed her to come back to the station and start a new train. on a correct route. So the meaning is that this girl had didn't choose correct path in her life. She was doing not correct things in her life. So that's why she was given the chance again by the higher forces, by the karma, that come back and start your life again from zero. So there
is hand raised by someone had raised the hand.
Nidhi.
Nidhi, yeah. This is from Nidhi. Nidhi, can you come up on the screen and
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, so I just wanted to ask, sometimes it happens that whatever I dreamt, right, and that keeps coming back to me during the daytime also, right? So it's like, I keep imagining it. So what's the meaning of that?
So it depends what you see. Maybe you want something so much that you are dreaming at night and in the day. Maybe this is the thing. That's something you want.
No, what happens is like, whatever I dreamt, same thing, exactly the same short video, I will say, it keeps coming like a flashback. It's not that I'm dreaming about something.
But this is what? This is a warning about something or what? Can you share us this
content
dream? Then I can understand what is it about. Then I
Yeah,
can.
say supposedly, I just, for example, I saw that I am where or, I'm stuck somewhere. So I just keep reliving or it keeps coming back to me. It's most of the time, it's like, I am in a situation.
So you are stuck somewhere.
Yes, it can be a good situation also. It can be bad also. I'll not say every time it's a bad situation. There are times when I am in a good places also with good people enjoying, but then it keeps coming back.
So this I think this is a warning dream, because as I told that this is a refrain dream. When we do something which is not correct, all the time the dream repeats, warning us that you have to do something, you have to change your mind, you have to change your position, your thoughts, or your behavior. For example, the dream is that you are stuck somewhere. That means maybe you are stuck in a job which doesn't suit you, but you say, okay, this is a good job, I get good money from this, why to change it? But you are stuck. That is stagnation for you. You have to change it. I'm just talking. Or maybe this is a relationship that, okay, this is okay, but you are stuck. You need to change it. Otherwise, your soul will not grow, and you will get illnesses because of that. Because when you don't do the thing which is needed for your karma, for your soul, then person gets some disease, some illness.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
I think I satisfied your question. So what else? Then there can be also dreams from our past lives. There can be also dreams from, like we see saints, yes, or there are. What shall I say? You just tell me which one shall I tell you. I will tell.
Yeah. No, if there are no more questions, then you can conclude with some important points that you want to make, ma'am. And we will see, depending on the response, we will again organize more sessions for you. Even when you go back to your country, from there also you can join, and with some topic you can suggest, and we will see that such sessions are. conducted again.
So, Mr. Raj, so thank you. Thank you, Mr. Raj, Mr. Sandeep, the organizers, your foundation. Thank you for organizing such a nice talk. And thank you for participation, you all. And really, it was interesting for me because it is very interesting to talk to different audiences, because it is like Indian mentality is different, right? Armenian is different. I don't know. So many even the symbols change in Armenia and in India. Okay.
We will like to know more about Armenia and Armenian culture and so many things. If you can propose a topic, we will like to host you again. And before we wind up, Brigadier sir, you can give your closing remarks and we will close the session now.
At the outset, I would like to thank Naira for sparing her valuable time while she is in India to talk about this very interesting subject on dreams and make people really understand what it means and make people react to the way they reacted. I think they want more such talks. So that means there is value in what you talked and they want more information on these issues. That itself shows about your deep, how deep you are involved in this particular profession. And we are really fortunate to have you have you here and giving a very nice talk on this subject. And we'll continue our talk later, as Group Captain Mehta has said. And we will request everybody, and if there are some of your friends also want to know certain things, you can always, all the attendees can, who attended can give the topics to us, and what exactly is to be known from the expertise of Naira, and where she is, whether she is in India or she is abroad in Armenia. She can always help us and she can always give you wisdom on these lines. And the history itself speaks of our relations with Armenia, and she had very in fact, when I met her, she had specifically mentioned about this history also, and the relations which India had with Armenia. And it is now, we can take it forward through you, madam, and it will be great for all of us to know more about Armenia. And because Armenia, being a small country, is not exactly in the radar of many of the people, and it is a fact, and I'm being very frank on this, and we can definitely change that thing and make people aware how in the ancient times Armenia was having a relationship with India, and it was very much in the, it can still happen in the future also. And thank you very much, and thanks all the people who attended it, and we can have more of such interaction. Thanks, Atan, and have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. So with this, we will call off our session and thank all the participants and our viewers. Hope to meet you again. And you have my WhatsApp number, so anything, feedback and query, questions and all, you can send on the WhatsApp. I will share it with Dr. Naira.